Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day, whether you are 5 hours away or a day away. I love you. Okay, I wanted to make this special video in honor of Cameron Boyce, who passed away almost a week ago last Saturday in his sleep. He had an ongoing medical condition, and I believe he had epilepsy. And I'm not sure if the medical condition was epilepsy or he had another medical condition that caused his epilepsy, caused him to have seizures. And I am very sad to hear about his death because from what I've seen of him throughout the years, he seemed nothing but a nice, sweet guy, very talented. He could sing, he could dance, he could act. He was on the hit Disney Channel series Jessie, starring Sky Jackson and another actor who I'm not too familiar with, but he was best friends with that actor and he actually roomed with him. So they were very close. All of them were close. Sky Jackson made dedication posts to Cameron. China McClure, who was the youngest girl in the Tyler Perry movie Daddy's Little Girls, she also made posts about Cameron Boyce because she was on Disney Channel for quite some time. Zendaya, Kalani, so many people love this man, and I'm very sad that he's not with us anymore. We were just talking about him starring in the new Little Mermaid movie as Prince Eric because they have Hailey Bailey, who is one of the singers in the group Chloe and Halle and stars in the hit TV series Grownish, is starring as Ariel. And Hailey is African American. She's a black woman. She's only 19 years old. And of course, a lot of people are angry because how dare they cast this black girl and she's not even a redhead, and they are taking away the tradition of these lily white girls starring as these beautiful Disney princesses. And you know, we don't care. But one of the suggestions to play the prince was Cameron Boyce, and for him to not be here is just really surreal because we were just talking about him. He had so many people fan casting him as Prince Eric, and I believe even before Hailey was announced as Ariel, people were fan casting Cameron as Eric. So it's very surreal, and the fact that Cameron Boyce was biracial, his father is African American and his grandmother was one of the first 12 African American children, teenagers, to be introduced to a white segregated school. They were the first 12 teenagers to be integrated into a white school, and it caused a lot of controversy then. They had a Disney segment about it. Cameron Boyce was one of those people who advocated for more African American representation on Disney Channel, because before then we had Zendaya, we did have That's So Raven, but you did not see a lot of African American children, especially black girls, really get starring roles. And with Zendaya helped that a lot. And Cameron Boyce, even though they are biracial, and at the time people didn't know that because they were so racially ambiguous, they made sure to open doors to more actresses and actors that were darker skinned or that were visibly black and starring in more TV shows on Disney Channel. So Cameron Boyce did a lot. He did a lot of charitable work. He was just a one-of-a-kind man. And the fact that he's not here, but we have so many assholes living in this world that don't do shit for anybody, is very depressing. And a lot of people have told me that they have been feeling very down about themselves because of his death. A lot of people are hurt by this. And a couple of people have told me that they have been experiencing suicidal ideations, because to hear about somebody just dying like that and so sudden, it has to be disturbing for many people, even if they weren't necessarily close or they weren't friends or they didn't know this person. They still grew up with them, they were fans of this person, and it's very hurtful. And with epilepsy, a lot of people are uneducated about it as it is, and people don't realize that epilepsy is so dangerous that you can die in your sleep. You can choke on yourself, you can suffocate. And I understood epilepsy as where you would have seizures, and the danger of a seizure would be to bump your head against something and you could bleed out, or you could cause severe blunt force trauma because of the fact that you're bumping your head against something concrete. But no, the danger of a seizure is that you can suffocate, and a lot of people need to be aware of that. When I've witnessed people have seizures before, a lot of times you can't even detect that, because for some people it can be violent, for others it can be very subtle, and you don't realize it until you have so many people swarming that person because that person is unresponsive. There are some times where people can appear to be laughing, where they can appear to be crying, and you may not understand what is going on until it is too late. So it is very imperative to really do your research and to bring awareness to things like seizures, and to stop making this out to be a joke. So many people were posting memes about Cameron Boyce and their reactions to his death, and that's not funny. You have to realize that these are real life people. They have families. Everybody does not look at it as a joke. I understand people cope differently, but if this is not someone that was close to you, or if this was not someone that was a family member of yours, then maybe you can stop with the memes. And that's just what I wanted to say with that. So if you have anything to say on here, and if you have been feeling a way about his death, then you can always reach out to me, and I can try to be there for you. But I just hope everyone has a blessed day, and to take it easily, because I'm still quite bothered by his death. And I even got defensive when my mom was watching Good Morning America, and they were promoting Cameron Boyce as Disney star found dead, and I'm just kind of like, he has a name. If he were Brad Pitt or somebody that was mainstream, then you would have just said his name. But you want to try to make it like his being a Disney star was something that was more important than the fact that this was an actor, this was a person who had fans that is not even here anymore. He's not even here to have the potential to play Prince Eric, and that's what I hate. He can't even make the decision for himself. Whether you were for his playing Prince Eric or not, he can't even make that decision, and that's not fair. That's not fair for anyone, where this man could have done so many more roles. He could have had so much more to offer, than he already did. You can always just be a better person, and not to say that he wasn't doing anything now, but the fact that he was already doing great things and his life was cut so short. It's like that with Nipsey Hussle's death. When he died, people were saying, oh, Grammy nominated winning rapper whatever was found dead, he was shot to death. And it's like, if you would have just said rapper, or if you would have said rapper Nipsey Hussle, then that would have been okay. But for you to emphasize that he was Grammy nominated to basically show his worth, no, that's not okay. Like, black people, black celebrities aren't only worthy just because they are affiliated with a very prestige white organization or a white foundation. That's not okay. And I just want people to know that you shouldn't validate people, whether they are alive or dead, based off of who they know, or what they are affiliated with, or what they starred in, or what awards they received. But like I said, I want everybody to just keep it easy, have a great July, go swimming, meet some friends, go out, go on dates, take time for yourself, and have a nice city girl summer.